Hi everyone, this is Jackie from Bronx Baubles bringing you a long-awaited video. It's rainy and miserable out and we keep getting these weather warning announcements on my phone, so I figured it might be a good day for me to do this video. So let's stop with the chitter chatter. Let's get started. I have here a selenite wand, and what I like to do is wave this wand and take out all the negative energy. I have a really big wand, and whenever I bring jewelry home from the thrift store or wherever I get it, I usually try to cleanse it. Check out this beautiful champagne colored Aurora Borealis bracelet. I'd like for you guys to guess who is the designer on this bracelet. I'll give you a hint. They are prolific. They are probably one of the largest designers of vintage custom jewelry in existence. If you guys guessed Coro, you are absolutely correct. Here it says Coro. And I also want to bring your attention to this really gorgeous moonstone fiery bangle. I think this is called marbleized. It's plastic, I would guess from the 1960s. I wish I can find the matching set to this piece here. I just fell in love with it. It's so beautiful. It looks like a fire, molten lava, and it reminds me of my most favorite painting, Flaming June. If you guys know Flaming June, she is housed in the Ponce Museum de Ponce in Puerto Rico. She is considered the Mona Lisa of the Caribbean. Super fabulous. Then I want to take your attention to these pieces here. This is Bakelite. And I thought it was a dress clip, but check it out. It's actually earrings. But because of the way the earring is constructed, I'm thinking more 50s. And I'll be visiting Leo Baekeland's cemetery at the Sleepy Hollow soon, because I'll be going there for the holidays. Some of these pieces are not even vintage, like this piece right here. This is not a vintage piece. But look at the gorgeous color. It's fabulosos. I think I created a name. Well, the reason why I bought this necklace is because it reminded me of Duchess Windsor's. Oh my goodness, the gorgeous blue agate necklace that she has by that famous jewelry designer, Perone, I think. I'm gonna give you the name and I'll put it down below. Oh, that necklace is to die for. She got this, and also a green necklace, which I'll pull for you, from the flea market in New York City, Chelsea Flea. And so what she does is you get a bag of, or a bin of jewelry, and she gives you one price for it. And I think I got a couple of really nice things that I'm going to show you in another haul. So this is the first of 2 hauls. And I think I paid $100 for everything. So I don't know how much these cost. I guess price per item, I would say $15 to $20 or something like that. I'm guessing, because I don't remember what I ended up getting. But look at that blue agate. Can you see it? Can you see the beautiful striations? And this is also kind of like that Windsor necklace that I was talking about. These two together, just really nice pieces. This here, this is a married piece, meaning I got this separate and then this separate, but I wanted to wear it, and so I put it on this chain, and I liked the way it looked with the chain so much I kept it on there. This chain is by Anne Klein. You can see the lion face there, and I think it has, yeah, it even has it Anne Klein in the back of this tag, with the bamboo chain. And These, I guess they're Gemini. The sign is Gemini, but I also see two dancers dancing, and I took up dance class again. I dropped it for over a year, and now I took it back up because I needed physical movement, and I love my salsa dancing. This is a necklace that I bought at the thrift store in New Jersey. I believe, where did I get this? I got this at the thrift store in the Bronx. Lately, all the thrift stores with Google Lens have been jacking up the prices, and so there's a lot of competition for jewelry. There's also a lot of vendors. But I'll tell you one thing, some of these vendors do not know what they're selling. They're selling you stuff that you can get at Alibaba. My girlfriend just got duped with an Alibaba purchase. She paid top dollar for this jewel from this person on Whatnot. And it turns out when she Google Lens it was an Alibaba find. And you know, the person who sold it might not have even realized it. But that's the problem. You really need to buy from reputable vendors who know their stuff. And there's a couple of them out there. I'm not a vendor yet, but I will be. I'm thinking about it. People have been asking me. Anyway, so let's get back to the jewels. We'll talk a little bit more while I look at these jewels. This is, I just thought, look at all the stones on there. These are not Murano beads. Here in the middle, you can see some of the white, and that tells you this is from India. My girl Hannah taught me that. These look like Murano beads, but they're not. If they were Murano beads, they would be worth a lot more. And I bought this at the same store in New Jersey. Then I bought this recently. I think I bought this last week, I want to say. This is from my girl, Joan Rivers. Oh, I love Joan Rivers. She did so much for the costume jewelry world. She's such a love of fine jewelry as well as costume jewelry. Her jewelry is starting to increase more and more in price. In fact, there was a recent auction in, I forget where it's at. It's not in New York. And it's selling her bees. The last time I looked, one of those brooches were going for $800. I did a short on Joan Rivers' bug. I have two of them, and I showcased it there. But Joan Rivers' estate is back on sale. Her daughter is selling more of her things. Not a whole lot of jewelry. There was just a few pieces. But so every time I see Joan Rivers, I scoop it up real quick. Here is another Joan Rivers piece. This is a bib necklace. It has these smoky topaz prisms. You can see the tag here says Joan Rivers. And it has this black leather chain. But the pieces, oh yeah. Look how big that is. That's a nice cognac colored prisms. When I was a little girl, my mother had the chandelier, and my sister Lisa sold these prisms for, I think, a nickel or a quarter or something like that to all the neighborhood kids. And my mother was furious because she took down the chandelier to clean it. And my sister took the prisms, and all the kids in the neighborhood fell in love with them. And they were looking through them like bug eyes. And she was a good salesperson because she got all the kids in the neighborhood to sell it. But my mother made her go out and purchase all those prisms back. That's a childhood memory unleashed. And then I want to bring your attention to these earrings. This earrings, let me tell you, these are from Avon. And if you look at the back, it says Avon Smithsonian. And after I got them home, I looked them up. And guess what, folks? These are from the Marie Antoinette collection. These earrings are replicas of the Smithsonian earrings of Marie Antoinette. And if you are ever in London, you can go to the V&A and check out the Marie Antoinette collection that just opened up there. So this was a fun find. It's so much fun. You know, I really do get a kick out of going to the thrift store and finding these pieces and doing the research and finding out how you know, the history of these pieces. I purchased this necklace. I bought this necklace. This is sterling silver. Let's see, it says here 925. And then it has this stamp. I don't know who did this. I don't know if this is Native American. I don't know if this is Norwegian, Dutch, American, Mexican. I don't know what it is. I hope that maybe somebody can help me out and figure out, where is it? Where is it? Okay, right here. What this P stands for. But you have to see this necklace on. First of all, this is how it clasps. You put it in like this, and then you lower it like that. And then what's nice about it is that, you know, it has the symmetrical look to it. There's no hook and eye that protrudes out. This kind of makes it like, you know, this nice piece. And, you know, it's one of these pieces that you have to put it on to really appreciate it. If you didn't appreciate it enough as it is, by putting it on, you'll appreciate it even more. Shame, but look at this. I love this sweet piece. I bought this at not a normal market. I was helping out a friend at Vanessa Vintage, and she's, you know, she's an amazing vendor. She sells to museums. She also has a book published, and, you know, she's a well-known vendor in the vintage costume jewelry world. And when she needs help, she calls me in, and I go and I help her sell her jewelry, which is giving me the idea that maybe one day I can do it. Probably when I don't have a full-time job anymore, when I retire, is probably when I'll be able to dedicate more time to doing things like that. This here is a JBK. Before I go any further, how many of you know what JBK stands for? I'll give you a hint. I'm named after her. She's a very important figure in American history, and she is a jewelry aficionado. Can you guys figure who it is before I say it? 3, 2, 1. Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy. I was named after Jacqueline Kennedy, and I'm really proud of that name because I think it's a beautiful name. I'm one of those rare people that love their name. Look at this bracelet. Look at the pearls and rhinestones. And this is a replica by a company called Ramos and Krauss. They're the ones that designed replica jewelry of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. And actually, I am a Jackie O too. Part of my last name is an O. So, JBK. How many of you guessed it correctly? Let me know in the comments. So I like to play these games with you sometimes so that maybe you guys could hone in on your skills. And the last two pieces are these. Okay. I'll play the game again with you. Who is the maker of these pieces? And I say these because there's two. There's the bracelet and there's the necklace. The necklace, as you can see, is a little bit darker orange than the bracelet. And you have to be careful because these things are painted. And if you keep banging it into each other, you'll chip it, and that will diminish the value. These are made with real crystals. Look at the Aurora Borealis. And these are prong set. Can you guys figure out who the designer of this piece is? This is modern vintage, meaning I'm not even sure this is vintage yet. And if it's not, it will soon be vintage, because I think this came out in the 2000s. You can see some of the paint has chipped already over here. Ugh, that hurts my heart. The construction of these pieces, look at this, is foil back. It's super incredibly heavy. And I'm going to tell you right now, they do not make pieces like this anymore for this store. The last time I bought a piece of jewelry from them, the stone was plastic and not crystal like these. If you watch my videos, you'll always remember me saying these are future vintage. So these are the pieces that will be highly collectible in the future. Okay? So if you haven't guessed it already, I'm going to count down. 3, 2, 1. This is J. Crew, baby. Love, love, love me some J. Crew. This pieces are highly, highly sought after and highly, highly collectible. These pieces, they're called brulee, and they come in different colorways. There are white, blue, green, neon, and then these orange. I think the orange might be probably the most popular, I would guess. And this is all guesses, okay? Based on what I've seen out there. They're called brulee, like creme brulee. Super collectible. They're worth a lot of money these days. And I'm going to tell you, they're going to continue to increase in dollars. People don't know these things. And so it's so good when you watch these videos to learn something, to spot things that you see out in the wild, and to scoop them up while you still can. And let me go get you one more piece. Let's see if I can find it real quick. What I like to do is, you know, take all the negative energy out with my selenite wand, and then I clean them, and then I take my handy dandy pliers like this and tighten pieces, tighten them up if they need it. Like these here, for example, needed it. And so I wanted to make sure that, you know, there was little like that, you know, tighten them up. I look for the prongs, make sure all the prongs are set. And if I need to, I take a pencil like this. And then with that pencil, I put in the prongs like that. So these are some of the things that I do, some tricks that I want to share with you. And look at all these baggies. All these baggies belong to these pieces here, because what I do is I make sure I bag all the pieces so that none of the stones get lost and they don't bang up and scratch each other. And so that's some of the ways that I take care of my jewelry. So I just want to share some of that with you. Is the third necklace that I bought. This is all, by the way, sterling silver, oxidized. I bought this piece when I bought these from that lady. She's a little kind of crotchety. I love her. She's such a New Yorker, but she sells the best stuff, and she sells them in bulk. The more you buy from her, the better prices she gives you. Now look at this piece right here. Look how beautiful that is. And look at that, look at that. Look at that, the way it glitters. And this one is covered. There's somebody who's out there just sticking these little tiny rhinestones on these pearls. This is a Baroque pearl. And look how fabulous this is. So pretty. So I just wanted to bring, because I felt like I kind of felt like these belong together. So look at that. That reminds me of that movie by Sofia Coppola. The colors that she used. All I need is a little pink in there. And I guess I have Marie Antoinette on my mind because of these earrings. So, my dear, I hope you enjoy this quick haul. Stay beautiful, stay gorgeous, stay fabulous. And remember, always wear your beautiful vintage costume jewelry in good health. Which one of these fabulous, beautiful jewels is your favorite? Mine are the Marie Antoinette earrings and the creme brulee J. Crew necklace. Love it so very much. Which is your favorite? Leave me a comment.